What does it take to become a UFC legend? Wins, knockouts, cold hard cash. Today, we count down the top 50 UFC fighters from 2000 to 2025 based on dominance in the Octagon and money in the bank. With some surprising bios you won't want to miss. We'll pause to dive into the fascinating life of some of these iconic fighters. Let's go. Khamzat Chimaev, aka Boris, came in like a storm. 3 fights, 3 wins, 3 dominant finishes, all in just 66 days. Born in Chechnya, raised in Sweden, and feared around the world, Khamzat's combo of wrestling, striking, and killer instinct made him a terrifying prospect. Quiet off camera, savage in the cage, and he's just getting started. A quiet warrior from down under, Robert the Reaper Whittaker is as tough as they come. After moving up from welterweight, he became middleweight champ with a calm, clinical style. Known for being one of the nicest guys in MMA, Whittaker is a humble family man, but in the Octagon, he's all business. The Demolition Man himself, Alistair Overeem, brought decades of experience to the UFC. K1 Grand Prix champ, Pride and Strikeforce legend, and king of the horse meat meme. Overeem had one of the most dangerous knees and decorated resumes ever seen in MMA. Hailing from Birmingham, England, Leon Rocky Edwards had one of the most epic rise to champion stories. After quietly stacking wins, he finally got his shot and shocked the world by head-kicking Kamaru Usman into orbit in the final round. From sleeping on gym floors to becoming Britain's second UFC champion, Leon is the definition of perseverance. Bow down to the lioness Amanda Nunes, the first woman in UFC history to hold 2 belts simultaneously, and she defended them both. That's not just champ status, that's queen-level dominance. Born in a small town in Brazil, Amanda's journey to greatness wasn't easy, but once she stepped into the cage, boom, she tore through legends. Ronda Rousey, 48 seconds. Cyborg, knocked out cold. Home, head kick, KO. Amanda redefined women's MMA with power, precision, and pure heart. Outside the cage, she's a loving mom, partner, and inspiration to countless fans around the world. Retired on top, belts in hand, smiling. The GOAT. Walked away like a lioness returning to her pride. DC, Daniel Cormier, is the UFC's lovable powerhouse. An Olympian wrestler turned UFC champ, he conquered both light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions. But it's not just his fight game. DC's also a fan favorite commentator, father, and eternal frenemy to Jon Jones. With his heart, humor, and highlight reel finishes, he's a true UFC icon. Our first spotlight, the American Gangster. A master of trash talk, Chael's mic work was so good, he practically promoted half the UFC's middleweight division single-handedly. With a wrestling base, He nearly dethroned Anderson Silva in 2010 and became a fan favorite for his confidence, charisma, and controversial antics, even in losses. Never won a title, but always stole the show. Brazilian grinder RDA has fought everyone. He went from being a fringe lightweight to absolutely smashing Anthony Pettis to win the title. Known for his relentless pressure, incredible cardio, and respectful attitude, RDA quietly became one of the most respected and toughest men in the UFC. Johnny Bones Jones, the most dominant champion in UFC history, and arguably the most controversial. With a reach like a condor and fight IQ off the charts, he became the youngest champ at 23 and beat legends like Shogun, Rampage, DC, and Glover. But outside the cage, wild headlines. Love him or hate him, Jon Jones is UFC history. Last but never least, Cowboy. With the most walkouts, most wins, and most head kicks, Donald Cerrone gave fans everything. Fast finishes, wild scrambles, and legendary mic drops. A modern-day gunslinger on the ranch and in the cage. Cowboy is pure fight spirit. From humble beginnings to championship belts, these fighters shaped the UFC into what it is today. Who's your favorite? Drop it in the comments, subscribe for more fight content, and we'll catch you in the next round.